So today is going to be a little bit of a different vlog. If you haven't noticed, I am inside today. It's really nice out, but I just don't have anything planned for the garden this week. So I thought I would show you some of the books that I have that I've collected recently and just tell you what I think of it and what I have found to be helpful and what I have not found to be helpful for books. So, in no particular order, we're actually going to start with the most useful book that I have bought so far. It is the Midwest Gardener's Handbook. So this is for the Midwest states, and in it tells you the different, so there's like, for example, annuals and perennials and grass stuff if you're into that, ground cover, roses, shrubs, trees, vegetables and herbs, and more. So I was actually interested because a lot of the gardening centers sell annuals or perennials, and some of them don't really have the best labels on them. So I don't really know, like, okay, so it says annual or it says perennial, but is it actually a perennial in my zone? So this is really awesome because I can look it up and I can see, okay, so for example, I have some foxgloves and I really like them. It also tells you, get in nice and close. So it tells you the name and it tells you what kind of light it prefers. And then it goes on into more detail, which is amazing. So for example, it tells you, quote, why it's special, how to plant and grow it, care and problems, because we all know plants have problems, they got their own issues. And then it tells you colors and peak seasons, how tall, and water needs, and just like everything that I want to know is in here. So highly recommend. If you live in the Midwest, grab this book. I think I got it off of Amazon for like $12 or something, but originally $25. So there's that. Number one, most recommended. I kind of spoiled it. Number two, I did not find this useful at all. So it's a small plot, high yield gardening. I don't know, I was just really disappointed with it. Number one, there's hardly any pictures. I'm a picture person. It is text, 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 and more text. But yeah, it's really dry. They sound like know-it-alls, and it's just boring. I thought it was gonna be good. I was like, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of sun to put my vegetables in, so I thought that would be good, but no, don't get this. Do not recommend. 0 out of 5 stars. Okay, one that I do recommend, I actually have like little tabbies in it. Kitchen Gardening for Beginners. This one was actually really interesting and helpful. I love any books by DK. They always have great photos. Highly recommend. But yeah, it's full color. Get in nice and close here. It tells you about how to start your garden, if you want to do cold frames, your different styles here, kind of planting companions, and then it goes through all the vegetables and just gives you all the pretty pictures that you would ever want, and tells you a little bit of some projects that you can do, as well as what to actually do with all of your produce, which is really nice. So I really recommend this. It's lovely pictures, very informative, and it talks about pruning and planting and all of the things. So yes, highly recommend this book. All right, this one is, how old is this one? It doesn't even say. Doesn't show. Where is your copyright? Here we go. 1998. So it's a little old. I did get this at Goodwill, if that tells you anything. Okay, so this one is Yard and Garden Projects. So this complete how-to guide includes all you need to know about planting and maintaining gardening for problem areas, maintaining annuals, perennial shrubs and trees, starting a new lawn, rejuvenating an old lawn, blah blah blah. It's actually pretty good for how old it is. It does have a lot of different sections to it. So it's got like propagation, alternatives to lawn, design. It's actually really interesting. I might be thinking about doing more videos using this. Just kind of like randomly choosing a project out of here. So for example, it talks about staking trees. If you have trees that are leaning, what is it? Delicate spring wildflowers and other design projects. Again, lots of lovely pictures. It tells you step by step what you should do. I think I've already followed a couple of these projects to do my own. It's a really good resource guide if you are looking to kind of spruce up your yard for different projects. I recommend it if you can find it. I don't know if it's on Amazon or anything, but yeah, recommend. Okay, for my one, I need more. Oh, also, my hair is wet. Yes, I am bleaching the ends to recolor them pink. So that is the story with my hair. Okay, the one fiction book that I have in my collection is called Radical Prunings. I did have to find this on Amazon. It is worth it. It is witty and hilarious, and the main character is a column writer for a gardening magazine, and so people write to her and she responds in the most glorious ways. I cannot recommend this enough. It's punny and wonderful, and it goes through 2 years, so January through December seasons and all of that. So she kind of starts off with kind of a to the readers, and then she goes into some questions that people have sent her, and it is amazing. So for example, I just turned to a random page. This is the month of July. Dear Mertensia, I planted sunflower seeds 2 months ago, and the plants are spindly and only about 10 inches tall. I see other people's huge sunflowers starting to form flower heads. What could be the problem? Answer. Dear Marlowe, please sit down as I have a rude shock for you. Your miniature picket fence enclosed country vignette of sunflower seeds planted in tidy rows with about 3 inches between each plant lies under the canopy of 2 very large maple trees. Consider a possible correlation between the name sunflower and their requirements of sunny exposure in order to grow. And she moves on. So if that tells you anything, it is hilarious. She is down to the point about what you're doing wrong with your plants. Highly recommend. Really funny. I finished it in like 2 nights. Really good to read before bed, but also really bad because you want to read all of it. Okay, this one I've had for years. Another DK book. Again, preference. So I always was interested in trees because my uncle is very knowledgeable about trees and plants and all of that, and he could just like walk up to a tree and be like, this tree is so many years old because of blah blah blah, and this is the kind of fruit and this is the kind of leaves, and like spout off all sorts of information. So this one is around the world, so it's not really native to the Midwest. Probably will get one that is just for the Midwest because that is more useful, shall we say, to me. But again, very interesting, very lovely pictures. It's just kind of like a pick up, put down book. So if you're interested in trees, recommend this one. Now, this next one I received as a gift for my birthday this year from my sister. So this one is Cut Flower Garden, And this woman has created a business on cut flowers, and so she owns this farm, and it is just amazing. She has really beautiful photos that her husband takes, and she just goes through a lot of the different flowers. For example, snapdragons are one of my favorite. She kind of gives you how to grow, and then some varieties that there are, and kind of what arrangements you can make with the flowers. So if you are into cutting flowers and making pretty bouquets, or just kind of enhancing your own garden, I recommend this one. Sorry, my dog and my cat. Do you mind? Thank you. Okay, the last one I have, another DK book. It is Trees, Leaves, Flowers, and Seeds. So this is geared towards kids because it's kind of like a biology lesson, so to speak. But okay, the pictures, you guys. I am all about the pictures, and I just happened to open to the moss page and the ferns. So it just goes into lovely detail and big pictures. So if you are an artist and you want to have good reference photos, I recommend this book here because it has all of the lovely pictures. I know I'm kind of showing it storybook style, but they do have a bunch of great pictures to look at. It is so fun, and just, oh my goodness, you guys, all the beautifulness. Okay, so that is my collection that I have right now. I am getting more, so I'm sure I will update you in like 6 months with like 5 new books. So leave a comment down below what your favorite gardening book is, or if there is something that you don't know yet about gardening and want to know the answer to. I might have an answer, I might not, but I'm sure we can grow a community of plant people that we can answer and ask questions to. So that is it for me today. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.